Welcome to the fifth dimension. We are Collective 47, and today, our theme of exploration, the pause before the horse goes off. For almost 2 millennia, humanity adapted to the slow, hierarchical rhythm attributed to the Piscean Age, featuring gradual revolution, mediated authority, and controlled access to knowledge. Now, in the narrative of the Aquarian transition, the tempo accelerates, where you will see old systems will decentralize and information proliferates. Structures once considered permanent begin to destabilize under transparency and speed of the transformative fire horse, packed with higher consciousness of the human collective. But acceleration requires staging. February represented the compression chamber before ignition that initiates the fire horse journey of humanity. In energetic language, it is the stabilization window before the fire horse charges forward, taking a highly aware humanity with it. Hence the month wasn't explosive, it wasn't dramatic, it wasn't chaotic as the fire horse of Aquarian Age should be. It was rather calm, and that calm is not emptiness, it is calibration. The horse symbolizes propulsion, momentum, and a catalytic force. Fire amplifies momentum and transforms consciousness from potential to kinetic as the horse moves. Together, they signify velocity under intensity. Such force cannot be absorbed by unstable foundations. Any structure built on feeble, disorganized, disconnected, and unconscious foundations and systems fractures under powerful torque and other forces. The same way a nervous system built on chronic dysregulation cannot process amplified stimulus, a psyche built on borrowed belief cannot navigate autonomous awareness. So February slows the field and the overall consciousness. It reduces external volatility to expose internal architecture. In stillness, cracks become visible. Dependency patterns surface. Avoided emotions rise. Fatigue becomes undeniable. This is not regression, it is structural audit, since faulty foundations cannot sustain the upcoming ignition. When a high-velocity phase approaches, socially, psychologically, technologically, systems undergo pre-stress testing. In human terms, that manifests as exhaustion, withdrawal, reassessment, relationship pruning, career questioning, and identity re-evaluation. The calm is aiding to this diagnostic. It reveals where reinforcement and restructuring is required before acceleration begins. The Aquarian frequency, symbolically speaking, favors decentralization, sovereignty, direct perception, and rapid information exchange. The fire horse represents the kinetic push that dismantles rigid hierarchies and obsolete control structures. But dismantling is not random destruction, it is structural replacement. Anything misaligned with integrity becomes unstable under increased velocity. February's calm created metabolic scope and space. It slowed down reactive patterns so that conscious recalibration can occur. It invites nervous system regulation before stimulation intensifies. It encourages simplification before complexity expands. It supports embodiment before expansion happens. You cannot steer a charging horse if your monitoring system and stance is unstable. You cannot integrate higher bandwidth cognition if your biological baseline is depleted. You cannot sustain rapid change if your identity depends on static systems. Thus, the calm is strategic. It is the final quiet before systemic momentum increases. It allows individuals to repair sleep cycles, clear emotional blockages and backlogs, re-establish physical vitality, redefine values, and release dependencies. It is an energetic consolidation phase, helping with gathering coherence before propulsion. When the fire horse energy activates, symbolizing fast technological shifts, accelerated collective change, exposure of corruption, rapid innovation, and personal breakthroughs, only stable systems will convert intensity into progress. Unstable systems, on the other hand, will collapse under this intensity. The calm is reinforcement. It is foundational work in this sense. The dismantling of old systems does not happen with noise. It happens with stillness, where alignment is chosen consciously rather than forced through crisis. Even though it might have felt like it, February was not delay, it was preparation, because when momentum arrives with March moving forward, there will be no time left to stabilize. Only those who used the quiet to strengthen their structure will ride the acceleration instead of being thrown by it. The pause before the arrow goes free. This is very similar to the moment of the pause before the arrow is set free. This is when the archer pauses after the pulling of the arrow. The bowstring pauses, the arrow pauses, the nature quiets down. Everything becomes dead still and silent for the archer and the whole consciousness of the environment within and without. This is the pause where the internal shift happens, mentally, inside, something that cannot be observed or realized by anything external, since it's only a matter of inner work, where the potential energy starts transforming, taking the initiative to become kinetic in all possible ways that the archer can avail it. Whatever direction the archer chooses, the tension, the angle, the elevation, the release velocity, the intention to hit the target itself manifests in the result of the hit. The archer's mind at this point is potent with the kinetic energy of the universe. The mind at this point is calculating things at a speed incomprehensible to itself, for it has become the creator, the holder, and the transformer of frequencies all at once, with the intention to make the most of the universe within and whatever it has to offer or showcase. It has now become the universe of the phenomenon in every aspect: the bow, the arrow, the string, the archer, the target, the wind, the space and time in between that the arrow is about to travel, including the moment the arrow hits the bullseye. In this moment of pause, the universe of the archer has gathered all the energy it needs together, and it's about to strike with the conviction of 1,000 suns. Humanity, the entirety of it, all of human consciousness along with the planet and all beings in the collective of Gaia, the whole of the solar system has been getting bombarded by potential energies from various higher dimensions, making the sun act up and everything around it with it. The horse of the Gaia collective has been charged and charged, almost to a level of being alarmingly overcharged, and the fire horse is about to take off. Due to this unusual silence, most of humanity has become rather restless and puzzled, since the ego is not used to not doing, and always needs involvement to feel fulfilled, rather than just be, desperate to make something happen when there's nothing happening for too long. Around this point, anything one encounters can trigger them to react, but we suggest not to. For the sake of everything, things will be settled or will get settled in its own way in the long run, in divine timing, through its own way of unraveling, as it has done over and over again in the past. And that concludes our today's exploration. Our gratitude for your participation in the ascension journey of humanity. Feel free to like and subscribe to find similar videos in the future. Check out our videos from the Universe Unlocked series in the description. Comment here if you need more clarity on anything. Search for any specific topic that might interest or concern you. And remember to keep exploring. Until next time, 47, logging out.